thinking about PartySlate for about 5 years. I registered the URL and I kept talking about it. And my husband finally said, back to support for the props for the husband, he's like, you got to go do this. I'm like, really? He's like, you got to go do this. You're dreaming about it. And the way I came up with the idea is I've done a lot of fundraising because as much as I loved my digital career, I always wanted to give back to the community. I'm very involved in cancer research. I have a lot of cancer in my family, unfortunately, and helping children as a children's hospital. And I would always be the one to throw the party. And that's what I was good at. I love doing the fundraisers, and that's how we raised all our money. And what I realized in doing these fundraisers is the better the party, the more inspired the event, the more money we would raise for these charities. And one party could raise 80 to 90% of a whole year's budget, one single party. So the emailing and the calling was not enough. These parties connected people to the cause, got them out their checkbook, got them to raise more. And I was looking for new ideas for these parties. And again, being a digital marketing person, I'm like, why are there no websites to help? This was before, really before Pinterest was big, to help with inspiration, but also to find local event professionals. So the gap that we're filling is, yes, Pinterest can help on the inspiration side if you have a lot of time and a lot of patience to weed through a lot of junk. On Pinterest, you can find some pretty pictures. But attributing those pictures to the people that actually did those events, and even figuring out, are these even real events? How do I find a venue? You can't do that on Pinterest. So there was this big gap between the inspiration space and finding professionals to help you do these larger scale parties. It was missing. And so I saw this website called Houzz. How many people know Houzz? Houzz for home design. I'm mildly obsessed with Houzz. I'm like, why isn't there something like Houzz for the parties and event space? And that is what we are building, is Houzz for parties and events. So inspiration, helping not just people with weddings, because weddings are great, but also these people doing these thousands and thousands of fundraisers and galas, milestone birthdays, corporate events. People are looking for inspiration, and we say inspired events inspire people, just like this event. Like, it's not the same if we were just emailing about these two speakers, I'm blown away. I am inspired. I'm completely inspired. I wouldn't have gotten that through an email from Terry. It's about having these inspired events that really inspire people to do great things, and so that's what our mission is.